A lot of people have been asking me, Hurricane Erin, it came and left, what kind of damage are we looking at here? And when it comes to the beach, it is mostly, I would say, erosion stuff. 1 second. Sorry, I never see that. I just wanted to film that. But I would say that most of the damage in North Wildwood is by, of course, JFK. You would see a lot of those ramps being ripped down and a few things, but like the only other damage besides erosion on some of the dunes is by Seaport Pier, where we saw that new bar that was just built pretty much destroyed. And so I figured let's go to the beach for a little bit and share with you how things look. We're under the boardwalk. Woohoo! So before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications. What's up, little guy? And you give this video a thumbs up. A special thank you out to my patrons on patreon.com. It's because of them we can do videos like this on a random Monday. So if you want to support the channel and have your name at the end of the video, all you have to do is click the links in the description below. Anyway, let's head over to the beach. This video is sponsored by Petro Cohen. Were you injured on the job? Whether you're working the boardwalk, serving tables, or serving the public, did you know you have rights? Petro Cohen fights for workers just like you. Give them a call at 888-675-7607 or visit petrocohen.com to get the compensation that you deserve. In full disclosure here, the beach bar that was built here by Seaport was always made to be taken apart. When it comes to the hurricane, I thought maybe they were going to, but it turns out they just kind of left everything, which did kind of make for a worst case scenario, in which the equipment was ruined, everything had to be ripped up. And so today is a couple days past them trying to rebuild it or get things in order. So as you walk over here, you can actually see some of the equipment that was removed. The chairs obviously are okay. I mean, they're just chairs, but you can see some of their coolers and some of the other equipment. Looks like they took maybe a little bit of a beating here. Here we go, getting onto the beach, and yes, we still have rip currents, even though the hurricane is quite some ways away. It churned up the water so much to where we've got some still really big waves for that matter. So we still have a lot of rip currents. And on the right, you can start seeing the beach bar and how they are trying to rebuild it. And you can see, yeah, it got ripped out. With Labor Day coming up, I'm trying to see whether or not they're actually trying to reopen. And it looks like they might be trying to. Since realistically, it is like the last busy day of the year or weekend of the year when it comes to beach stuff. But beach-wise, like here at 22nd, really isn't that bad. Before we go and give you a full tour of all the damage and the massive pile of seaweed, let's share with you the water, because the ocean is still very rough. They don't want people going out past their chest because of how bad these rip currents still are. Remember, this thing is still moving out there. It really moved up and churned up the ocean, which is creating a lot of rip currents. So always swim your lifeguard, and always thank your lifeguards as well. Ours are right over here. But we've got some gnarly waves out here today. It's a good day for a longboard, I'll tell you that. That one coming in. You're riding for a while until you hit the pipe, then you can't really ride it there. But looking down the beach, it really is a nice day. I gotta admit, for a Monday after this storm, beach is pretty happening, man. I know a lot of kids go to school this week, and so a lot of families left yesterday, but it's great to see the beaches packed. You know, as we say after Labor Day, it's local summer. I always tell people September is probably the best time to come down here. It's not over hot, the water temperature is perfect. So, you know, hey, if you haven't planned yet, get ready. It's gonna be a great local summer, or Indian summer, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people out here enjoying the day. When it came to Hurricane Erin, we did expect there was going to be a major surge. We were actually expecting 14 feet tall waves, and yeah, those waves came crashing up on this beach. Now the sand dunes luckily protected us in North Wildwood, but any structure that was on the beach got kind of hit hard. Like the capping behind Moore Surfside Pier got a little damaged. The beach bars here in Seaport Pier, they also got damaged. And a few things happened. One, we were left with all of this mess to deal with and clean up, which luckily North Wildwood has amazing public works that collected all this stuff and they put them in piles. But other things were damaged that right now we're just kind of looking at and going, ooh, how do we fix that? One of them being, the beach bar. This thing was slammed. The water was all the way back to these dunes. You can see pretty much where the water was from all the debris, which means this got slammed. But this, which literally just opened like 2 months ago, got hit. They were out here, this is already after a couple days of them trying to fix things up, in which they're still trying to do so. The floor itself is not even. They're gonna have to somehow figure that out. It's kind of bowed. The palm trees were literally ripped out of the ground, which is why you see things like that, and like this one swayed over. So from the looks of it, almost looks like this will not be able to open up. Just gonna walk around a little bit, try not to burn my feet on the sand. But the water level in here was to the point to where this door broke off. They had to rip out all of the refrigerator units and they're hosing things down. Once again, this was created to be able to take apart. You can see these little tags here. These were supposed to be where you remove everything and then they store it underneath. But with the amount of damage and sand, I don't know if they're gonna be able to get this ready within the next 5 days for Labor Day weekend. I mean, even if you remember in the videos, these things were floating back here. And I know you probably cannot tell, but this side is higher than that side. It's like kind of high to low, creating a situation where I don't know if this is even able to be saved or if it's gonna be level enough. And the water just kept on going back. It was all the way under the boardwalk, remember? Let's see all the debris back here. And the beach stands are actually finally back. They just brought them back this morning. And you see, like, these poor palm trees were completely ripped out of the ground. Some of these actually lasted. Well, these poles. Let me show you what they're supposed to, I mean, this is level. Yeah. It's a shame. It really is. Because this place is pretty awesome. And then over here, you can see how there's multiple piles like this throughout North Wildwood where they raked up everything and now they just gotta get a tractor out here, which probably by the time this video goes online, we'll probably get all this stuff already hauled off the beach. All this straw. And I need to tell you guys, make sure you do wear shoes when you're walking through these back parts, because they do have these from, yeah, that's right, these are in the dune system a lot. And I just pulled one off my foot. That is not fun. And as you can see, there's still a lot of work just to clean up the beach. I just don't know if it's possible to have this open for Labor Day. I think they were trying. But like I said, there's still a lot of debris and the city is cleaning up as much as they can. But right now we're still experiencing very high tides. So the water, for example, is all the way up to here. It makes it kind of hard in the morning to clean the beaches when the water's all the way up. But once again, it's just minusing like things like this that were man-made. The beaches fared out pretty decently. Obviously, we're always going to have erosion. Usually we don't have it until October through March. It's like, look at this giant. Woo! That's a lot they have to haul up the beach. Like I said before, there are many mounds like this all over the beach where the city is just trying to put it together and collect it and then scoop it up with a tractor either today or tomorrow. Like I said before, there really isn't too much damage. You can actually see how crews were scraping everything together to load them up here. It's every like maybe 4 blocks. Now a lot of this is still being floated in. Whenever we have a high tide, it's still bringing more up, which is why you have more in front of us. But it's definitely a lot better now since the city's been cleaning. And they do clean every day. It's just a matter, there's a lot of this, a lot. But besides this, it's like business as usual. In North Wildwood, by 3rd and 4th and 5th, they're gonna have to rebuild some ramps, which is something they could do quite easily, especially for the holiday weekend. It's a matter of just moving some dirt and some sand, or they may not open those sections, especially by the rocks in the corner, just because, well, you're just going straight down and you're into the surf. It's not really that safe. But yeah, we usually don't experience things like this until October. So this is definitely rare for us to have in, well, which was the middle of August. But the beaches are open. Everything is going on. The damage was very small. So I'd say we definitely survived this one. But it is scary because if we do have another event to where a hurricane comes by and a high moon or new moon or a full moon, that's going to create a really bad situation. Just came in from the ocean. I need to tell you, man, I want to go back and get my short board because the waves out there are breaking awesome. They're pretty big, 5 to 6 feet, breaking pretty long. So if you wanted to go down the line for a while, you could. So I'm honestly like debating if I want to go get my surfboard. Obviously can't surf here, gotta go down the other way, but it's nice. Anyway, that being said, get the iced coffee, folks, over here. Might get my dirty banana for the day. Have to when you're over here. Get my dirty banana, my ice brew. Here we go, guys. Woo, look at that. Comes the coffee.
Very slowly.
I mean, look at these waves breaking out there for surfing. Honestly. See, after 5, you can ride the line for quite some time because they're breaking out there pretty far. Maybe we're not getting any barrel. But it's definitely some nice, there's a nice one coming in too. Look at this one. Not bad at all. Oh, there's dolphins in the background too. I don't know if you can see them this far away. But yeah, definitely a good surfing day. I'll take these waves. And right now the tide is going out. So the beaches are gonna be a lot bigger. Just give it some time. It definitely seems small right now, but it's going out. There's a nice wave out there breaking. That one's kind of small compared to the other ones. But I promise you, it is definitely a good surfing day. You see some, if you actually look down here, you can see them really breaking far out there. I would take that. Talking about these waves, it really is, I honestly really might get my board. It's like these smaller ones are good for the longboard, but there were some bigger ones earlier. Going all the way down, I mean down here. Yeah. These seagulls are massive. Oh my gosh. Looking down this way too. Might wait till after 5. They're breaking all the way out here. Look at that. Heading off the beach, and yes, flags are still flying, folks. Always swim near a lifeguard. But moving down this way, no damage towards this side of the boardwalk. These dunes really worked out perfect. You know, North Wildwood, we didn't really see much water underneath because of the dune system, which still begs the question if Wildwood and Wildwood Crest need that island-wide system of dunes. And realistically speaking, I'm still on board with it. I think that a 50-year storm will be rolling through here. And if this past hurricane that didn't hit us caused that much flooding, imagine what's going to happen into the future. We need to have some kind of system in place. Is it the dune system? Is it a different kind of system? Gotta wait to find out. And we are back from the beach, and I gotta admit, it's actually a lot cooler on the beach because back here towards the bay, we're not really getting that wind, though it's getting around 3 o'clock, which means that wind's about to move from the back bays forward, which means the greenheads. Yeah. Anyway, as I said before, really not much damage on the beach. They're cleaning the beaches every single day. They're getting rid of all that natural debris that came up. There are actually crews are out there right now taking care of all of that, so thank you to Public Works. They are amazing. They make sure that we have a beach even after a crazy storm. That aside, the only things we didn't really talk about was the pool of water in between the piers, and that's just going to take a couple days of sun like this where there's no clouds in the sky, and eventually they'll go away, probably by Friday. It'll be good to go, and we'll probably have fireworks on Friday. I think those are the last one for the summer. Oh, that's crazy. It's really sad to think that summer is coming to an end. That being said, I want to thank you for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, I'll see you on the beach, which, I mean, we just came off, but it's that way. See you later. Bye.
Always a winner and always a prize. That's right, guys. Who's up? Who's next? Who's ready? We've got a winner every game. We've got a prize every single time. Always a winner and always a prize. That's right, guys. Who's up? Who's next? Who's ready to play? Who's going to be our next